again! Agnes!
You guys still at the inn? I see that bracer chick's with you too.
Hey. Of course. What's the matter, you two? Yeah, what got your feathers ruffled? I'm guessing you got Shihina home already. Where are you now?
We're at Vegas Films. After we dropped her off, an employee there contacted us.
They say Sarah vanished from the studio. Apparently, it happened while we were out in the desert.
What? She what? Sarah. Shahina, it will be okay. The last time I saw her was when we were on break, during our rehearsal. She went to use the restroom and then never came back. I was getting pretty worried about how much time she was taking, so I checked with one of the guards. If I had seen anybody like that, I'm confident I would have noticed. I checked every floor and I couldn't find her anywhere. As far as I can tell, there are no signs she left through a side exit either. I'm only asking this to make sure, but your sister wasn't complaining about being in the parade or anything, was she? No, absolutely not. There is no way she would bail out of it. Yeah, she was absolutely fired up about it. Yeah, I mean, hell, it was getting us amped up too. Her mood was infectious. Not to mention, she has such tremendous talent. Dancing may not be my thing, but even I could feel it. That's because I have an eye for these things. They don't lie. That girl is a tremendous asset to the cult bank. Not to mention, she is a professional. I just can't see her getting cold feet over something like this all of a sudden. Alright, if you guys are sure, sorry for asking. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I know, you're just doing what you need to. Anyway, seeing as we are all talking about a civilian going missing, I'm going to have a get to the guild involved. Everybody okay with that? Absolutely, we appreciate your helping us. I'll pay any amount, me raise no objection. You just do whatever you have to in order to find that girl. My parade isn't complete with... What about you guys? What are you guys going to do? Like, you need to ask. She's a client we sort to protect. There's only one thing for us to do. Although we may ask for a free dance later to make it worth our while. Sounds good? Van, thank you. Well, figure it out somehow. Don't do anything reckless while we are gone. Got it? I don't know, what are you talking about? Mind your own business. Alright, I'm going to fill the others in the guild branch. I'll also find out what's going on with the police. Will pretty much be doing the same thing, hitting up sources in various places. I'll be sure to let Bermotti know what's going on too. That's great, thanks you two. Well, with all this racket, the festival is nearly here. What could have possibly happened to cause such chaos? What, you haven't here? That girl I scouted out yesterday, Sarah, she disappeared. Nobody knows where she went. Oh, is that so? We have to act, get the company into gear and start throwing everything we got. I don't care if it takes every single employee. We got to find Sarah now. Now, don't you think you are being just a little rash, Gotti? We are talking about a dancer. What is to us? Hey, we're gonna have a problem. I mean, his name is President, of Kaldar. What? But my sister, she's... Hold on, Dylan. Where the hell is this attitude coming from? This is serious. By all appearance, it's very likely she didn't simply disappear. Please, her up and proving away does nothing to hamper our final preparation for the festival. If one of you two went missing, I'd be another matter, but her, she's merely some extra one of us hired on a hunch, nothing more. Are you out of your mind? How many times do I have to explain it to you? Sarah is not some extra, she is irreplaceable. She's the linchpin for all my plans. My parade isn't complete without. Enough, I'm done listening to this. As far as I'm concerned, as long as the cavalcade proceeds in some fashion or another, that's all that matters. If this woman turns up wonderful, if not, you will simply have to compromise on your grand vision, Gotti. What is that full problem? That was so cold. How could he? Seems pretty clear to me that the walls closing in on him. Indeed, that does seem like more than it's simple being the day before the festival and deciding a change of tact is impractical. I think so too. We got to circumstances evidence, now we just gotta figure out what moves to take.
Mr. Gotti, I'm sure Sarah will come back. I just know it. She always pulls through. She could come down with a cold before a big show and she'd still shake it off and dance her best ever. She just might run a little late and need more time than usual. But until then, let me help. Bring me on as a good luck charm for getting her back.
I hope Shahina is gonna be okay. I don't worry she will be. She got Judith with her. Though I'm surprised, I never seen anyone manage to be so persuasive with Mr. Gotti before. Despite only being 15 years old, she's already a true professional. I find myself impressed. I'm sure she gets a lot of her strength from her sister. Sarah seems like a wonderful role model. Yeah, she really does. Oh, my dear sweet girl, that's such a generous offer. But there's no way you could possibly replace your sister in my parade. But I grew up watching her dance. There's nobody that understands what she does better than me. Nobody else is going to be as good as. You and your sister are two very different ladies. Her dancing and sex appeal are completely her own. It's not enough to just be related and dance the same. You still won't have the same effect on the people watching. Frankly, my dear, you just aren't a good fit for the sort of parade I got in mind.
I can't take this anymore. I hate seeing Sarah being the only one working so hard day after day. She always brushes it off like it's nothing, trying to make sure I don't see how much it all hurts her. Sometimes, she even goes out pretending like she's off to see her boyfriend. I wish she had someone like that. I wish that was what's going on, but she can't fool me. Poor Shahina. So she knew all along. Maybe I can't match up to her now, but that doesn't mean I can't train hard. I can make any outfit you put on me work too. If I can't just totally replace my sister, then we can find something that'll fit me. I won't just live up to your vision. Give me a chance, and I'll blow it out of the water with something even better.
Oh!
Wow. Damn.
All right, young lady, you're on. But if you're going to talk that big, you'd better walk that big as well. Failure is not an option. And hey, if your sister comes back, we'll get you both in the parade and make you two a duo for the ages.
Mr. Gotti, you're the best!
Mr. Gotti,
Hardly. You know me. When I set my mind on something, I don't let anything get in my way. That's just the kind of man I am. Festival is tomorrow. I expect you to train your buns off till the very last minute. Got it?
Yes, sir. I wouldn't have it any other way.
From what I've seen, your technique is solid enough. You already know how to mimic your sister's moves. That means we need to focus on polishing your steps and making sure your charm comes through. Come on, I'll show you how a world-class actress knocks her audience off their feet. It's probably gonna take us all night, but that's what it'll take to get you on your sister's level. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
As for you, Nina, you're in charge of keeping in touch with these doofuses in the guild. Stay on top of everything, okay?
Yeah, I can handle that.
Nice. Sounds to me like we're all set. Let's roll those cameras, people!
She's clearly earned her reputation as the best in-class actress. Yeah, seems like she got a good bit on Shahina's skill. She'll get her ready. Yeah, hard to believe she's such a bubbly mess of the job. Right, I respect her a bit more now. What are you talking about? Inside jokes between us. Don't worry about it anyway. Now that you have heard the gist of things, has this rung any bells you may overlooked before? Maybe any doubts or suspicions you had about Vegan's films? You're talking about the rumors of its relationship with the underworld and drug trafficking, right? I really don't want to believe that such a big company in my own line of work could be involved in such things. But it's true that Vegas has been expanding in a way that can be explained just by Mr. Gotti's involvement. And yes, I've heard bits and pieces of people around the industry have a lot to say about Vegas. So when that threatist note came in, it did feel like something bigger was going on. I'm not sure what, but it's there. Wow, I didn't realize there was so much intrigue going on before we even arrived. If the company is the culprit behind this, there is no way that snooty president is clueless about it all. And if that's true, the man's up to his nose in drug running, at least on some level. Who knows what's up with the notes, but after all that he got to do something with Sarah going missing, right? I guess, but could a guy like him really... Nina, are you okay? Sorry, I'm okay-ish. This is all just rattling me a bit more than normal. Like Ferry say, it's hard for me to picture Mr. Dillon doing such things. I mean, we're talking about the same man who's always getting pushed around by Mr. Gotti, including allowing the parade at all. Even if he were a man with more backbone, the risks involved with illicit drug smuggling are considerable. Which means you believe Mr. Dillon doesn't or shouldn't have the courage to arrange something so fragile illegal. Yes, I'm not trying to dismiss everything you're saying or have been seeing, but it's just so hard to reconcile. Be that as it may, circumstances paint him as our most likely culprit. Even if he's normally not brave, what if he for some reason, he had no choice but to play along with such a scheme? I see what you're getting at. That as an excellent point, it would be perfectly possible for criminal elements to do something on their head to make him complete. So, wait, let me get this straight. We don't know how involved he is in whatever's going on. But you're saying that he could have been threatened into somehow helping this drug trafficking you're talking about? Yeah, maybe. That's sure how it looks. That's all but certain that Dillon used Almata's help to grow Vegan Fields into the juggernaut it is today as fast as he did. The money funneled to the political and financial sectors, the murky fundraising, Messeldam Festival going kaput, which was perfect for him. Even if it seemed like everything's going his way, all he's been doing is squeezing further under his benefactor's thumb. and being under Almada's thumb is a sure way to get crushed. I haven't thought of it like that. Well, it's getting old, I'm lingering. In that case, good old Dillon probably isn't gonna stop at drug trafficking. I bet he's being put up to do something even worse, right? Like, say, something that could go down during the film festival. Then the note we have been receiving are: indeed, Almara is taking advantage of the film festival to plan something in this part for the country. Caught in the middle of it, it will seem Mr. Dillon wants to take action before something hides. Oh! But he wishes to do it without causing the festival. Simply doing that could bring the underlying conflict to the surface. Then, does that mean that soon notice guys behind the notes? Yes, the more I think about it, the more everything clicks into places. It all adds up. I thought, wait, couldn't that also implicate him in Sarah disappearing when she did? It's sure cool, which would indicate Almara didn't snatch her, and she sure didn't vanish of her own free will. Gaspar Dillon adopted her and took her somewhere. Fee?
Van, darling, I've got big news for you.
What's up? Nice, you figure it out?
I analyzed the plant you sweethearts found against the substance in those rioting around town, and we have a match. They're completely identical.
Wow.
Needless to say, it was found on the guys who kidnapped Marielle and that dancer.
This confirms, without a doubt, that it was an illegal drug.
When did you... Hold on, how the hell are you able to go over the cops' heads and run that sort of test?
With this fancy testing device that Van got for me after pulling some strings. That's how.
That would have been for nothing were it not for your knowledge of pharmacology.
That's Bermotti. He never fails to impress.
Oh, hush you two. I only know a little from dabbling in it back in the day, that's all.
Hey, that sounds like... Oh!
Looks like you owe me again, Van.
Oh, you guys go, everybody go here, everybody you, come on.
Oh, come on, Renee. We're all in this together.
Elaine, and is that... Oh yeah, I remember you talking to someone yesterday, all suspicious like. That's explains a few things. Heh, never hurts to have a little insurance. When I saw those idiots going nuts yesterday...
Clearly your instincts are as sharp as ever. If I'd known illicit drugs would be involved, I would have traveled to Tharbad too.
No, we're fine. What you're doing right now is extremely important. We can handle the situation here.
That analyzer is the latest model from the Basel Institute of Science. It'll be perfectly accurate, don't worry. As for the form the drugs have taken and how they're being distributed, we're looking into that on our end. But I'm sure you already have some ideas about all that.
Wait, you do? Really? I may, and I bet our diligent little concierge does as well. Nothing gets past you, does it, Mr. Arkwright? Well, aren't you two such genius? But yeah, something did feel off to me. I take it none of those dumbass have mentioned anything about buying drugs so far. No, not at all. They say they didn't even remember taking anything like that, right? If it's possible, they could have been forced to ingest somehow. What the name goes away? It will need to have been right before the film festival and distributed in a way that won't catch the police or guild's attention. If there's any way to pull that off, it would have been forcing the injection black market detail and not mixing into a consume. Wait, what about those new orbal hookah that seems so popular recently? Come to think of it, the men who kidnapped Shahina and Marielle had them. What if the drugs were mixed into the vapor's ingredients of the hookah? What? Oh, interesting hypothesis. Not just interesting, I think you got it in one. Think we can get the CID and the guild to step in? The festival's in enough trouble as it is. Anything to help it kick off more smoothly is worth it at this point, I think.
All the lights, they're passing by, and all my thoughts, they multiply. I see it flash before my eyes.